And we're back with some more oxygen not included. And today I'm going to finish strip mining out this asteroid. I was thinking about leaving, but then I thought there's still too much solid material around here. So instead I've just walled in the top, and now what we're going to do is a very traditional strip mining. Well, not quite so traditional. We've got this whole bunch of ice down here we have to get rid of first. Once this ice is out of here, we're going to dump all the water on the bottom of the map, and that way we can leave this place while all of this material gets sorted. Well, everything minus the ice. If we try and dump everything down now, everything will end up frozen, so we prefer not to do that. Yeah, just give me 2 seconds here. We have completed stage 1. We have stripped out all the ice from down here. It's all gone. Well, most of it. There's a little bit of frozen carbon dioxide over there. However, this vent has made things a lot simpler. It is pumping out salt water at 95°C, so this corner of the map is now warm enough that we don't have to worry about stuff instantly freezing the moment it touches it. In fact, ooh, you know what? There's a whole bunch of uranium in that beta hive. Let's just take out that slice right there. We chop that out, the water should flow down and kill the beta hive because it'll overheat. That will stop them dropping uranium in here, which would be nice. In fact, we may want to wall that in a little bit just to make sure that no more uranium gets dropped in there. That solid nuclear waste could be a problem. You, move out of there and we'll put in a door. That should stop any fresh bees from getting in there. Well, once the ones in there are dead. Oh, come on, do it. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We will, of course, have to move all of our water filtration down here, but that's a sacrifice we're willing to make. How's the hive doing? Yeah, drowning, and its body temperature is increasing. Actually, far slower than I thought it would. All right, then. Let's get on with this. Let's strip mine this map even a little bit more. This place is looking so much cleaner. We just ripped out, well, everything we could except this water down here. We need to make a few minor changes here before we can finish with the water extraction. One thing I want to do is just sort of, actually, brick in across there. Cancel that. And then pour all of this water and all of this water into this tank in here. This is going to be our main water tank that we'll come back and draw from if we need it, though. Honestly, I don't think we're going to need more water. We've still got the water planet to go to, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be swimming in water no matter where we go. You, just, yeah, all the way across there should do exactly what we need doing. Actually, that looks a little bit better. We need to zoom back out. And damn it, I forgot to save the zoom out location again. Okay, we'll see if we can't find the right location to fix. Right, good vantage point. We'll rip out all of this section. We'll let all the water flow down. That is so much water. The thing is, we've got a saltwater geyser here. We've got a cool steam vent there. And then a couple of other... We've got a cool slush and a cool salt. So all of them combined are just... Even if we are ripping out 10 kilos per second, it's still resulting in us having more water accumulating pretty much. Or just thereabouts. I suppose the big question was, what was the point of all of this? Well, namely strip mining this entire place. You see, what we've done is we've got a bunch of auto supers down here. They're going to sweep all that stuff up to the top, but we're not going to hang around. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to use this natural gas vent to power these things down here, so that while we're away, they keep sucking up all of this gunk and jumping up to the top of the map for us. At some point, we can come back, land here, open this door, grab all that stuff, dump it into the shuttle, and leave. We sort of want to, well, turn our rocket into a mobile planetary destruction force. We just go around, rip everything out, and then leave. And then probably come back to collect the stuff we couldn't get on our first go through. That means we need to find some way of, well, not so much taming these volcanoes as dumping all the resources somewhere where we can access them. Oh, that reminds me, I should really put in some more water filtration. You see, we had some backup storage tanks to make sure we kept chucking in water. What I want to do is see if we can't get the capsule to about, say, 10,000 cycles of self-sustainability, as in, for 10,000 cycles, it could run without any interference from us, would be the theory. We'll have to do a few minor modifications, but I think it's very possible. And calorie-wise, I think we're good. Like, I think we're actually making more calories than we consume as well. Oh, but before we do any of that, there's a couple of things we need to take care of. Namely, where did we put them? Ah, over here. You, Grumpy Bear, hop in here. Boydra's already been put through. Boydra got the one that gives you lower oxygen consumption. Oh, we'll inspect. Thank you very much. And complete the neural process. Deeper diver's lung. Perfect. Okay, so that's 2 of our duplicants that have deeper diver's lung. Who's up? There's another one around here somewhere. It's up the top. I should have been paying more attention. Alright, so we've got Boydra, Grumpy Bear. You know what? Matthew, go for it. The more diggers we've got, the better. And plus, if they get the strength bonus, that would also be a bonus for them. Yep. Go for it. And regenerative. Actually, that's never a bad one either, especially considering the tortures we put our duplicants through. Alright then. Quick water filtration system. This will only be active while we're landed, but it does give us quite a chunk of water. That water, I did a little bit of rejigging up here and instead I just doubled down on the amount of water saves. I mean, it's not like we're short on power. And then we have them both combined so that we should be able to maintain a steady stream of 10 kgs per second. Well, we used to be. Sometimes they have to empty out the desalinators and things get a little bit sluggish, but yeah, that's a pretty steady stream, which is good. Remember, we're going to need about, what, 100 cycles? 100 cycles will give us about 1,000 cycles of water for oxygen. Actually, a little bit more. Oh, God, I'll have to do the maths on it at some point. We'll worry about that later. For now, I think what we want to do is put in a little power plant to burn off this natural gas that will provide power for the gas extraction fan and these little collection devices at the bottom, but not for the water. We don't want the water being used when we're gone. When we're gone, we just want this place to start chucking all of the resources up here so we can extract them when we come back. Now, I'm thinking... Ooh. We want to stay away from the 2 volcanoes as well, otherwise we'll cook them. Let me think. Simple, and simple some more. What we're going to do is, for this volcano that's near us, we're going to put in this little scoop here. And then all of the water from the cool slush geyser and all of the water from the cold salt slush geyser will all flow down here and past the volcano. And we'll keep a little bit of a lip up here, so there has to be a certain amount of water to keep it going. Then we're going to throw in some other cooling on top of that. But down here we've got our natural gas generators. We're going to stick in a lot. They're all made out of steel as well, just to hopefully give us that little bit of an edge on overheating. For wiring, I think we're going to go with cobalt. Cobalt seems like a good plan. And you guys, we're going to hook you up now, but we're not going to plug in the natural gas just yet. We're also going to have to plug you into automation wires, and give me a second to put in a few bits and bobs. So, very simplistically speaking, we run a bunch of gas pipes through here to extract gas from these things. This goes all the way across here and down and gets fed into these natural gas geysers, or the natural gas generators. The natural gas generators are going to have to output carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is going to get sent up here into space. Pretty straightforward. And then for the actual automation, we've just got some batteries down here. One of the batteries is going to be plugged into them. If the power goes below a certain amount, it'll turn on the natural gas generators. But I think there's one last thing we have to do. We don't want to actually run out of natural gas. If you run out of natural gas, this won't be able to activate. For example, if the power gets drained because of all of these things working flat out, and then this gas vent comes back on, then the gas pump won't be able to extract the gas because there'll be no power left because all the natural gas has been burnt off. So we need to be able to shut it down when it gets to the point that there's only, say, 1 tank or 2 tanks of gas left. Let me think about that for a second. To sort this out was actually not that bad. It just required me to read the instructions on these things again. If the low threshold gets achieved, as in if this goes below 1% full, it'll send out a green signal. Which is not exactly what we want, but it's fine for now. And then if it goes above 90%, it sends out a red signal. So we just hooked that up to a NOT gate to reverse it, and now it'll send out a green signal unless the amount of gas in here drops below 1%. So if this sends out a green signal, we know we can keep burning gas because there's still at least 1 gas tank left. And then we just hooked it up to an AND gate over here. So long as we have enough gas in the tank and the batteries want it, it will turn on these things. Oh, which reminds me, let's just make sure nothing turns on just yet. We don't want to burn anything off. We've got a nuclear reactor on the planet. Burning natural gas right now would be a waste of resources. So we got water going. We got... Oh, damn it. Let me check a few things here and wait until the construction is complete. Time to do some final tidy up. We're just going to rip out all the cobalt ore, any steel, anything like that we were left behind. Why is there uranium ore still left here? All that uranium ore should be on board. Though, honestly, it's only a few hundred kilos. We'll probably be fine. We did take all the enriched uranium. So if we pop in here, we have 14.1 tons of enriched uranium, which means... Yeah, that's 2,000 cycles. Well, we've got... Combined with the 9 tons, or the 8.2 tons we've already got, we've got over 2,000 cycles worth of uranium good to go. And we've got enough uranium ore to expand that on to another, plus another 5,000 cycles. I think I think a coup will be sitting there for quite some time if we play our cards right. We have strip mined just about everything we're going to strip mine. We've turned off the beta hives. We don't care about them. Those ones will die out, so we don't care about the beta hives. Over here, we've got a whole bunch of ethanol we have no use for just yet. I mean, we could put some on the ship. It's just... I don't like having that stuff around. It vaporizes at 78 degrees. It can cause some nasty problems if it interacts some things we would not like it to. Oh, and before we go, how about we wall this in? Actually, how are we going to manage that? There. The brine stops any of the, well, it stops the water off gassing, and oh god, I'm going to have to move this over another chunk, aren't I? No, that should land... Damn it. Perfect. Now, that will flow down there, which will then flow down there, which will then come down here and help cool down that volcano. Just, lots of little things. Hey, you. Time to defrost you. We're going to defrost that friend and bring them home. They're going to be defrosted to carbon dioxide and having to immediately leg it back to the ship. But assuming they're not critically slow, they should be able to make it. Just don't have anything... Ooh, how you looking? Yeah, a barely working cryo tank. Marie is thawed out. Well, Marie... Yep, that's wonderful. You're holding your breath. What's your bio? Duplicant. Ancient knowledge. Plus 3 kills. One irritable bowel. Mouth breather. Oh, great. Yeah, you're getting off the rocket pretty quick. Loud sleeper and an ugly crier. Great. You're going to make everyone really unhappy on the way back home. We're going to have to offset your sleeping schedule. 14 construction, though. Ooh, you look a good builder. Marie is a little bit slow. She's suffering from eye irritation. Probably going to get some sopping wet feet, but you can make it. Come on. Dear Lord, that must be a horrible introduction. Well, you survived. That's all that counts. Welcome to the rocket. Go hop into the hot tub. Oh, that reminds me, we should set up your schedules. Alright, strap in, kiddies. It's time to take off. Let's get us launched. Nothing required there. We just go onto the outside, and let's hit that launch button. Begin launch sequence, thank you very much. Then we can lock the door behind us. Of course, there's no power going to the door, so it'll take forever to close. That is fine. Now, when it comes to the power in here, what we're going to do is make a few strategic snips. One right there, and one right there. That cuts off this area down here, but leaves this place still hooked up. So both of these are running all of our harvesters, so they're just picking everything up and dumping it up to the top of the map. But we don't have to worry about any of the power being drained by the water filtration. Not that the water filtration should be active right now. Nothing is using it. Yep, there's no water going to the rocket, so no water filtration required. The plan is going to be to head over this direction and scan these things so that we can actually see if they're planets or just points of interest. We already have an annihilated satellite we can explore at some point, but we're more interested in finding more planets. Ooh, Firino. Well, that means we should have niobium. That's good to know. Oh, and you, while you're here, why don't you sweep the place up a little bit? Come on, the place is absolutely filthy. It's just every time they run through, they occasionally drop stuff instead of getting it all the way to the automatic dispenser. Should have probably put these closer to the entrance, but that would have made things more complicated. Whatever, works out in the end. Right now, we are stocked full of reed fiber, so we seem to be self-sustained on the reed fiber front entirely, meaning we never need to go home to get more reed fiber. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to grow the stuff fast enough, but turns out, no, we are golden. And food-wise, I'll have to double check, but I don't think our calories have budged. A quick little bit of exploration shows us there's only Firino here, the fire planet. We've got organic mass field, oily mass, which both of these I don't care about. We've got rocky asteroid field, still don't care about it. What we kind of want is bleachstone, namely because, well, horror of horrors, the hot tub just doesn't have enough bleachstone anymore. Like, what's the point of having a hot tub without bleachstone? It appears they can't use it, so we're kind of in trouble there. Plus, I've had to turn off the sauna because we kept having pressure issues down here. Some modifications need to be made to the reactor. It's shown some stresses under long-term usage, but I think we can modify it just enough to make it perfectly sustainable. For now, we're just going to finish off our scouting, and then I think we're going to head back home just for a little bit of R&R. Some additional scouting has found us the water world, and I think it's time to head back home. We don't need to continue. That's exactly the planet we were looking for. Once we get that, that gives us graphene for supercoolant. Where is it? Yeah. There's something under at the bottom. So once you go down to the bottom, there should be the graphite. That will get us supercoolant. And we've got for Firino here for the niobium. They're the only two planets we really cared about. We're still going to scout everything, but for now, I think that's all we need to scout. Time to head home. We're going to head home, drop off that mouth breather, grab ourselves a whole bunch more steel. Reason being, we like to wall in planets now, and we didn't we don't have a lot of steel left on the ship. We basically spent several tons of it, about 20 or 30 tons, and back home we've already made another 80 tons, replacement-wise. We have been slowly chipping away over here. Where is it? Ah, yes, this ancient specimen thing. We have been feeding it diamond to get ourselves loads of fossil. Works out pretty strongly in terms of making lots of steel, so life is good. Oh, we also have to do a tiny bit of refitting. I think I'm going to do that off screen. The problem is just every time people use the bathroom, they add a little bit of water pressure to the reactor. And unfortunately, I have to keep remembering to come in and siphon some water out of the system. Otherwise, we could potentially end up in a explosive situation, so I'd prefer to avoid that. As well as that, this rotational gas thing didn't work because every time this overpressurized, we actually got some damage to the piping. We can fix that too. We're going to fix all of those things, but I think that's going to be in the next episode. Sorry, I know there's not a lot of footage for this episode, but there was just an awful lot of demolition. We demolished this planet. There's nothing left. I don't think there's any natural tiles left in the on the entire planet. There's no unnatural ones left either. Any of the points of interest, all that, demolished, gone. Removed. I think I'm going to call that quite successful. Oh, and this gas vent is active again, and I realized I'd messed up the automation on this. I realize what'll happen now is, if we run this long enough, and it does actually consume all the gas down to here, it'll shut off to stop wasting any more gas so that we still have some power left. However, this gas pump won't be able to draw any power because there's no automation signal that says, hey, we needed to run the gas pump, so I should have run a signal from there, and yeah. Never mind, we can fix that when we go back, though we probably won't need to. I think we're going straight to the water planet next. We can call back here much later, once it's finished mopping up all this junk. If there's any problems in the meantime, we can just do the same thing and, like, just do some snips with the automation tool, and we can totally get this working if we need to. But I think this will be fine. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.